Hey everyone, John Henry here, Slingshot Futures Trading Group, SSFTG. In this one, we're going to be taking a little bit of a different look, if you couldn't tell by Amazon on the screen here. We're going to be looking at my top 5 trading books, because I know that Q4 around the corner, holidays, etc. And plus, I'm going to be talking about one more that you probably haven't heard of. And if you have heard of it, I would be pretty impressed. Maybe drop a comment below. But these are the top 5 plus an additional one that, again, is a total oddball that I haven't heard anybody talk about, but I think is a phenomenal resource. And we're going to be going over all of those different books in this one. Of course, all of the links and everything that you need to get a hold of these so you don't have to worry about having to search and deal all that stuff yourself, I'll have all of those links posted right down below the video for you. So when you're looking for these books, if you want to add them to your list and put them on your bookshelf, all you got to do is click the link below and it'll make your life a little bit easier. So, book number 1 then. What is book number 1 going to be? Well, it has to be, of course, the OG Al Brooks, bringing it home with the reading price charts bar by bar, the technical analysis of price action for a serious trader. Here's the thing, if you're into price action at all, this has to be on your trading shelf. It should be already. If it's not, then you definitely need to pick it up. But reading price charts bar by bar, this book, again, it's incredibly technical. I'm not going to say it's a fun read because it's really not. It's kind of dull, it's kind of boring. But here's the thing, there is an immense amount of information in the book, right? A ridiculous amount of information in the book. So much so that the rereadability is easily tenfold. You could reread this book 10 times and still find stuff that you missed along the way. So, even though it may not be the most fun read in the world, it is incredibly useful and therefore earns the spot as number 1 on the list that I think every trader should have on their shelf, definitely. So then, number 2. What is book number 2? Book number 2 absolutely has to be Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. This is more along the lines of the psychological perspective and what needs to happen to make sure that your trading is not only profitable in the short term, but successful in the long term. This is the requirement in the psychological battle that we all face and that I talk about constantly on a day-to-day basis on how big of a psychological game this is. And this goes really deep into that realm, digging into trading in the zone and what that means, how you're supposed to be approaching the market to ensure your long-term success, etc. Definitely earns a spot on the shelf as number 2 and one that I think every trader absolutely must have. Going on then to book number 3. Book number 3 is one that I think everybody already probably has, but if you don't, I mean, you gotta have it. It's Market Wizards by Jack D. Schwager. And this isn't anything about like trading strategy this or technical strategy that or any of that other kind of thing. This is interviews with top traders. And it's kind of like talking to the Michael Jordan back in the day. You know, it's getting into the minds of what these traders were like, right? What it was like being the top of their game. And when we're talking top of the game, we're talking a big game, right? We're talking the index markets, the finance markets, the stocks, etc. This isn't a small time thing. And having these interviews and being able to look back and read through these, it's just absolutely amazing. And some of the answers that they give are just absolutely mind-blowing. And because of that, of course, has to earn a spot on every trader's bookshelf. And then over on to book number 4. Looking at book number 4, of course, everybody knew this was coming. Reminiscence of a Stock Operator by Edwin Lefevre, or however you pronounce that. My pronunciation's terrible. This is another one that has nothing to do with the technical side of things or trading strategy or any, a little bit, but it's more on the fiction side of things. This is going to be a chronicle that goes over Jesse Livermore's life, one of the 19th century's most famous traders. And really, his fame in the story and everything about this, and what makes it so interesting is in the fact that he earned millions back in the 19th century, which is absolutely insane, on the market several times just to go bankrupt quickly after. It's nuts. Really, really interesting story that if you haven't read yet and it's not on your bookshelf as a trader, it definitely has to be. And then starting to get into the less known territory with the 5th book on the list, and this is one that you may or may not have seen in your local bookstore, and one that I actually picked up on a whim and found to be incredibly useful, is Forex Made Easy. It's funny how some of these books end up being more towards Forex, even though I'm more in the future side of things. The technicals, when it comes to Forex, that's their game, and, well, these Forex books definitely bring that to the table. This one is Forex Made Easy by James Dix, and it's a fantastic book covering much more of the technical side of things and looking into the pattern and strategy type development. Really interesting book, and something that, especially given the price, definitely has to be on the bookshelf. And like I said, I picked it up as a whim when I was at Barnes & Noble, and I was blown away. It's a fantastic book that, even though a lot of it might be information that you already know, the way that it's spun and the way that it's utilized is really, really interesting and something to definitely earn a spot on the bookshelf. And then finally, the one that we have been waiting for, the one that I doubt many people have actually even heard of. And if you have, I'd be pretty surprised. Drop it in the comments below if you have this book even. That would be awesome. I did, until my dog destroyed it. But I've got to get my hands on another copy of it. But it is an incredible resource that I don't think many people really know about, and man, they should. And that is the FX Bootcamp Guide to Strategic and Tactical Forex Trading. Another Forex book by Wayne McDonnell. Now, this one is absolutely, it blew my mind. Now, it's not the cheapest book in the world compared to some of the other ones, but I 100% stand behind my decision on this one, earning its spot in the top. This is a fantastic book that has so much value that the $50 price tag that comes with it, even the $80, which is, if I remember correctly, what I ended up paying for it, it's totally worth it. I've reread that book so many times until my dog destroyed it. I've got to get a hold of another copy, and you can even pick it up used for 25 bucks. The amount of information that Wayne covers in here, just, it's unbelievable. And again, this is from he's the currency coach at the FX Bootcamp, and more on the Forex side of things, but this is a heavy technical strategy, right? They're going to go over Fibonacci's and technicals, moving averages, all kinds of really awesome stuff that I doubt many people have even looked at. I doubt many people have even seen the book, and the combination in the way that they use it, I doubt many people have even thought of. It's fantastic, the amount of information that you get in this one, and 100% definitely earning a spot on the bookshelf. And if you don't have it, you gotta get a hold of it soon. That's going to go over my top 5 books, plus one that I doubt you've heard of, and that's going to be the one that we still have on the screen here. Absolutely fantastic resources all across the board. Of course, if you have any other ones that you think earn a spot on this list that I may have missed, drop those in the comments too. Let me know which ones did I miss, which ones should earn their spot on the next one when we re-record this again. Have a great rest of your day, enjoy, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.